Do you know, one of the things I hate most about the internet is that it's given a voice. Is that it's given a voice to otherwise silly people. Instead of just reviewing Grease like the thousands of other people have done before, I have been given 3 reviews that I haven't seen yet on Grease, and I either have to fight for or against them, regardless of how I feel about those reviews. One thing I read from Barack Obama's book is you have to see the perspective. You know, you have to put your foot in the shoe to see the other person's perspective. So I'm going to try my hardest, either for or against, to really stick up for these people that probably, quite frankly, have stupid takes. We need to bring back men smoking cigarettes, wearing cock and ball, revealing short shorts in movies. Ooh, sweet, lovely gym class. Travolta, to be fair, out of all of them, I've analysed them all even before this review. Travolta's cock and balls in the gym scene. Hey, mama. I'm for it. I'm for it. Do you know why I'm for it? Because the movie isn't sexualised enough. Okay, you have to think about the fans when you're listening to something like that, when you're watching something like that. At that time, in the 1970s, who wouldn't want to see John Travolta with the equivalent of 2 plums and a carrot in his short shorts? Who wouldn't want to see it? Okay, you may not want to see it nowadays. Maybe it's more easily accessible now. But back then, 2 plums and a carrot on screen? Woo! That's enough to make my Friday night. I can imagine I've gone to the cinema on a Friday night, got my popcorn, I've sat down, okay? Now porn isn't easily accessible to me right now. You know, maybe I've got to flick through magazines, or I don't want to get kicked out of the porno section in the local rental store. You know, I can't just typically type a few things on incognito mode and find it. So what I've got to do is got to get it from the movies, from the big screen. Especially not just one, boom, 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 a whole team, a whole athletic team. I'm for it. Smoking. Possibly one of the coolest things you could ever do. Smoking. Oh, just something so cool about obliterating lungs. These are 2 things you wouldn't put together. You wouldn't put together PE and smoking. They don't merge together, but that's what makes them so cool. This is the primary reason on why I thought high schoolers would be intimidating back then. All because of John Travolta and his group. You silly individual. How could you find them intimidating? It's almost impossible. Have you seen them? Have you seen the walk? Are you telling me that's intimidating? Oh! There's 5 members of the group. We got the big boy, we got Danny, we got Kennedy, and the 3 other ones. Can't remember their name. The 3 other ones, they're laughing props. They're not intimidating. They're not fretful. They are trying to navigate life just as much as everyone else that age. The way they navigate it can seem cruel. But if you think puberty's a boat and we all go through it. Kaneki slapping a guy's book to the ground. It's a form of expression. It's him trying to find the boundaries. You know, how we can push society and where he stands in society. And to an extent we all have to do that. What should have been intimidating in high school is the calculus, you know, the maths, the Romeo and Juliet love story, the trying to dissect a poem from 50 different fucking angles when, quite frankly, it's just some words, okay? Right, look. I want to be a harbinger of peace. I can see that perhaps there's one aspect of Danny Zuko and his clan that could be seen as intimidating. And that is the haircut. And maybe that's where you're coming from. Maybe it's the hairstyle, the haircut. Perfectly coiffed. Perfectly coiffed. Look at that. Not receding. Absolutely phenomenal. Parted both sides round the back. You know? I can see it. I can see it. I don't agree with boys should just be boys. That's not good. I don't agree with that. But these boys, they were just trying to find themselves. Look into those eyes. Are they eyes of someone who would truly do any harm? Take Sandy out of the picture. Take everything he did to Sandy out of the picture. Are these eyes that could do anything, any harm? You have to ask yourself that. I can't answer that for you. There's an argument to be said, are they bullies? And I'd say no. They're just lost. And that should always be an excuse for bullying. Oh, God. It's the end of the movie. Is no one going to question why they've flown away in a car? Ha! Shay? You fool! Do you really think we would have commercial planes but not have cars that fly as well? I, for one, am surprised you didn't know there was... You've got to think, at the time, the 1950s, 18 years later... 18? When did we go to the moon? A period of time later, we went to the moon. We went to the moon. Cape Canaveral. Up to the moon. Are you really telling me you don't think we invented flying cars before we tried to land on the moon? It's the next logical step. I don't think you've quite considered the romantic gesture behind it either. And I think for that, I think you're missing out. I'll tell you the romantic gesture when I figure it out after cutting a bit more of this. This is my thinking time to really try and justify bollocks. I'm going to give you three options. 1, be taken out on a romantic dinner to the local burger joint. Option 2, be taken to a drive-in movie theatre where you sit stationary in the car. Or number 3, be whisked away in a brand new suited up greased lightning and whisked through the clouds. Through those mystical objects in the sky that swirl around you. You feel free. Oxygen's a bit light up there, a bit less up there. You're euphoric. Out of those 3 options, if someone said, "We'll take her for a date, Saturday night, 7 o'clock," and you go, "Oh yeah, what are we doing?" What would you pick? So it's not a question of why is it happening. It's a question of why are we, as people, not doing the same thing? Why are we not taking a page from Greece's book and doing it? Fuck me, that took way too long. And with that, all we have left to do is rank it amongst the other films we've done on this channel. Oh, the autofocus is just finding Sandy. I'm gonna have to cover the face the whole time. Fuck. Here's how it stacks up compared to the other movies we've done. And with that, from me and Sandy, thank you. Right, Sandy?